You're watching EVH and Gear TV, brought to you by Stewart Travel Guitars. See the incredible stowaway travel guitar at stewartguitars.com. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones. And official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com. Here's your host from Ontario, Canada, EVH artist Eric Broadbent.
Hey everyone, happy Friday to you all. Welcome to EVH and Gear TV. We are live for a very short broadcast, and actually we're going to kind of do a couple quick things here. Number one, a reminder, we got this guy in the show tonight, Mr. Gary Hoey. I love this guy to death. He's a family friend here. He's been on the show. I think this will probably mark his fourth time on the show, and every single time, now keep in mind that's over the duration of 3 years. Every time he's come to the show, he's a hit. Fans just ask, when are you going to get Gary on again? When are you going to get Gary on again? So he's here. We're going to talk lots of guitar. And the cool thing is with Gary, a lot of times we don't even talk guitar. We're just talking about life itself, and he makes it very, very exciting. So we're going to have that tonight. That's at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. So if you're here in our time zone right now, that's less than 3 hours away from now. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So two other things I want to do. I was talking with my buddy Quentin James here, who is, we're talking last night. He's in the chat right now. But I told him about these two accidental presets. I was fooling around with the new Variacs. Eric Jr. and I each have new Variacs here, and same model. And I created two presets. So I didn't even tell Quentin about this one. But this one is a nice big old Martin guitar sound. So I want to show you some of those. And I'll jump over to the screen here for a second, show you these presets. And then we're going to jump over to one I created. I call it, it's actually called Boston's Pizza. And it's my take on Steve Boston. I like Steve from Boston. I like him a lot as a YouTuber, as a friend, and, kind of an inspiration to me and a lot of other YouTubers. And I've enjoyed his sound. And he's using that THU or THR, whatever it is. It's software. And I'm not much of a software guy. But I do like his tone nonetheless. And I accidentally come across it last night by trying a new amplifier in Helix that I would have never tried. I'm sending a message here, sorry. I would have never tried this amplifier, and I'm so glad I did. And that's another piece of advice I could give to people that are using Helix for the first time. Get out of your comfort zone and try some amplifiers that you would not normally use because, there's several reasons. There's two reasons why I tried this amplifier, and I'll get to those in a second. But before I play a couple tones here, this is going to be really fast. I want to say hi to everybody that's joining in. Quentin James is here. Pooh Ninja is here. Alex Radford, Guitar Hack. Nice stream on Facebook there earlier, buddy. And Guitar Hack. When Brian was just live, I tuned in late, and he mentioned an app for the people that are underneath the 1,000 subscriber threshold that they can stream from their phone with this app. One, two, we're back. I know exactly what's causing that, and I'm going to make sure that doesn't do that again. That's crazy. Okay, that should not happen again. Okay, we should be back. Just 1 second. 1 second. Say, is it okay now? Everyone just give me an okay in the chat. Okay now? I know exactly what caused it. Did the same thing the other day. So where did I leave off here? Will Dunham. Test 1, 2. Yes, we're good. All right. We got Evan Ward, Guitar Hack, and I'm going to prevent that from happening again. I know exactly what it was. It's something that I don't need to have going on at the same time. Okay, so I created I shouldn't say a simple Helix preset. It's not simple. By using various preamps and stuff like that, I really wanted a nice acoustic guitar. And I'll put this preset up available later on to download. And not only did I make it, it's very, very nice for Variacs. So whatever Variacs you have, I'm using the Shuriken here right now. But I've actually got it with about 5 different tunings. So listen to this. How's that sound? Through my reference monitors here at home with a lot of bass response, it sounded really, really nice. It sounded decent on my headphones right now, but watch this. I've got standard tuning, half down, one down, and 2 full steps down. So I'm going to play a little riff, and I'll play it in a different key just by stepping on my Helix control, which is under my desk. So here's a riff. Okay, just drop down a half step, just with my foot. I'm going to turn my microphone off because you might actually be hearing my guitar acoustically a little bit. And you're going to hear 2 semitones. So now we're down a half step. I'm going to continue down, going down 1 step, and then another full step. So check this out. What do you think of that? I like it a lot. I really do like it. I wanted a really good acoustic. There's a couple songs that I have that have acoustic in the middle of them. So I did that. I started last night fooling around creating this Steve from Boston preset. So let's jump over to Boston's Pizza. And I really want to compare with him. I want to do some notes back and forth to see how close I got it. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's go over to Boston's Pizza. And what I'm going to do for a moment is I'm going to take the Variax out of computer mode, and I'm going to use it, well, I don't want to say the computer's a bad term. I'm going to take the Shuriken out of Variax mode and use strictly the magnetic pickups in the guitar, all right, to show you the true sound of this. And I'm tuned to 440. So here is my take on the Steve from Boston sound. It's very meaty, very, very meaty. Do you hear that? I like that. It's got some real beef to it. What I'm using is the Angle amplifier. Never played one in my life. And 2 people inspired me to use that, both Carlo Santin and Jen Majara, who's on the show on the Helix Hour on Sunday. That's what she uses as an amplifier, and she's using Helix in a 4-cable method. So I wanted to try the Angle, and I love it. And I was like, oh my God, that sounds like Steve from Boston. Creating a lead preset. what's the consensus on that? Let me see here. I lost a whole bunch of people. Eljon goes here, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guitardo, I thought this was tuning into Eric's show, not Steve's. Yeah, there you go. I do like his tone, so I just wanted to kind of, it was an accidental discovery, and when I heard it, I was like, okay, that sounds very familiar. So now if I go back into Variax mode, here's the cool thing. So I'm now using piezo's to, kind of simulate the pickup. I'm not using magnetic pickup anymore. So there is a bit of a difference, and people can argue that all they want, and yeah, there's a difference. But the cool thing is it lets me go from, let me try this again. I can actually go from this have some fun with this, right? Now check this out. Watch by using a Helix looper. Okay, I'm going to try my best at this. Play one of my songs so deep it goes like this. Get this microphone one side. So there you go. What do you think of that? I think it sounds pretty cool. I'm really, really enjoying it. Brian Cote's here. He's got his coffee. Awesome. He's in Vegas right now at the NAB convention. Very cool. I'm going to play one song for you in context with these presets I just wrote. And I think I really, really have fun with these. Okay, we're going to play Loaded Gun. So we're going to go back to the Steve's or actually Boston's Pizza. And we're going to stay in Variax mode. Okay, and we're going to, the acoustic's going to sound really, really nice. We'll get to it because we're going to jump it. We're going to go. I'm going to bring my volume back just a bit because I'm peaking there a little bit. All right, let's try that. Let's get the tune cranked up, ready to rock and roll. Excuse me. Here goes. All right, and just because I spoiled it by playing the other ones pass you by, I'm going to play that one again. And that one doesn't use an acoustic guitar, but I think it sounds nice on acoustic guitar. And I just cannot get past this acoustic. I really love it. I love it. We'll leave it there. Okay, let's play Pass You By, and we're going to wrap up. Listen to that sing out. I love it. And someone said, who's Guitardo? Oh my goodness, Jason Wade, $5. He says, I'm late. I was eating. Oh my God, Eric and EVH Guitars live jamming again. Awesome sauce. Thank you. I'm going to come backwards from the chat. Thank you, Jason Wade. I appreciate that immensely. David Ennis, hey, Nocturnal Butterfly. Charles Green is here. And Charles, I don't want to single you out for anything, but I want to thank you for something earlier. Thank you very, very much for that. I greatly appreciate that. That's very, very nice of you. You know what it is. Brian Cote says too many buttons. Let me see here. Scott Roos. Are any of the included guitar models different on the Shuriken from other JTVs? There's a couple. I don't know about that too much, but there is a Shuriken. There's a Shuriken model, and then Stevik has a few different user presets that are different on this one that I haven't fully explored yet. And one of the cool things I'm working on right now in Variac's Workbench, I'm creating a really cool Eddie Van Halen tuning as well, too, because Eddie is known for his tuning on his high E, B, and G strings. They're out just a few cents. Like, I don't want to quote it right now, but one is like out about minus 9 cents. One's out a couple other things. So when you sound like he's out of tune, he is a little bit out of tune, but the way he plays chords and things like that, too, he almost bends himself back into tune. It's very crazy, and only like Eddie can do. And I'm making some presets like that as well, too, that you can actually upload into Variacs, and you can put on any position of the guitar that you want, any Variacs that you may have, not just this one. So I'll have those available soon. I'm just finishing up now. I'll be honest with you, I sometimes make big mistakes with this technology as well, too, and I totally messed up this guitar when I was trying to put the Eddie Van Halen tunings on here, and so I had to actually factory reset my guitar. So that was pretty cool. We all make mistakes, and you can kind of learn through me, and I'll save you the trouble. I'll do them for you. Let me see. Go backwards a little bit more. Chad Boston says, "Dang, you rocking beast." David Ennis, cheers, everyone. Yeah, Guitardo says, your tone has always been awesome, but I really think the Shuriken has inspired you to do more, and it's even better. It's making me think outside the box. Right now, 2 guitars I've been playing like mad. There's been 3 guitars I've been playing like mad. The Shuriken, because it takes me to different levels. My Kramer Pacer, my vintage Pacer Imperial, I love that thing to death. It's like a shred machine. I got the action down so low that you can actually go and you can play a note on it. And my Stewart travel guitar, it's been fun because I take that one around the house. It's a guitar I can leave in the living room. It's a regular size guitar, no headstock, and it collapses, right? It's pretty cool. Been playing those a lot, but I've been mixing up the love of all the guitars, and it's nice. But this thing, it's the only ebony fretboard guitar I have in the entire house, and it's pretty damn awesome. But it's made me, I think I agree with you on that one. It's made me play a little differently, and I'm really inspired. Sean Close is here. Brian Cote's back. He's got his coffee and everything. Thank you so much for tuning in. In a moment here, I'm going to do a very, very fast unboxing. It's nothing big or anything like that, but it's something that's well needed here for the studio. Just some small accessories, but it's going to get Junior off on my back, which is great. You know, Dad, can I borrow this? Dad, can I borrow this? Dad, can I borrow this? Which is awesome. It's a good thing. It's a bad thing. You know, he's always asking, but at the same time, that means he's playing more guitar. So I'm happy with that. Audio good. Check 1, 2. Yeah, we're good. Okay, just watching my meters. Want to make sure. Guitar Hack is here. Scott Roos. Futone says, Adam says, sounds great. Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot for sure. And let me see here. I don't think I'm missing too much. Will Dunham. And I may have mentioned this already, but Guitardo says YouTube's going to block the sync and you're stealing Steve's tone. Never know. I want to talk to him about it and see if we can compare. Sean Zimmerman says, hope everyone is okay. Okay, I'm going to mute this baby. Thank you, Quentin. Okay, let's put this down. I'm going to grab a box. We're going to open it up here. There's nothing crazy. Like I said, just some small accessories, but it's going to be a blessing here, and I'll tell you about that in just a moment. I could probably ditch my headphones and not have to worry about this. Hang on, I'm just going to do one thing here. Hopefully I don't lose you guys. Hopefully all goes okay. Just bear with me here. Let's bring my bandwidth back a little bit. Okay, hopefully that, I was dropping some frames here, so hopefully we're okay. This is, okay, we're probably losing a little bit. We'll wrap this up very, very soon here. Let's jump over to this screen as well. Actually, no, we'll keep it on this one. This is good. All right, so obviously it says line 6 and Ampeg, so we know who it's from. But we'll open this up here. Please don't cut myself before a live show. And for those of you that are just tuning in late too, don't forget, Gary Hoey, man, is on tonight, 9 o'clock. Stay there, Gary. Inside, we have 2 Variax cables. And people might say, well, what? It's just a cable, right? No, it's not. It's actually a little different. We need these for the Variax cables. You can use a Variax just by plugging in a regular, quarter inch cable. And you can use the battery that's inside your Variax, and you can send some of the, the modeling sounds, your, acoustic guitars like the Martin I just did there. You can do all your special guitars, your Stratocasters, your Telecasters, your Dobros, and blah, 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 banjos, all that stuff. You can do that, but you can't communicate with Helix and automate those processes without this type of cable. And it looks like a microphone cable. It looks like a microphone or an XLR type end, but what it is actually like, I don't know if they call them like the RJ45 or whatever, like a network cable, right? You can see the end. See that? I'm shaking. I have bad shakes. So with the reason why I needed one of these, between 3 Variaxes here in the house, we only have one Variax cable. And Junior has he has a Shuriken. It's actually both. We have 2 Shurikens down here right now. If I go to this camera, you can probably see them. Let me see here. Actually, yeah, you can see here's mine, and then there's Junior's. You can tell which one's Junior's because he's got his strap on that one. So, and the Helix rack, if I go over to here. Okay, so there's my Helix rack, and I've got one Variax cable plugged into there right now, which is one I was just playing with. But I've got a Helix floor, which you can see right down there, where my finger is, and I don't have a Variax cable for that. So when Junior wants to come down here or he wants to jam with me, whatever, we got to switch cable. So now we'll have one for the Helix floor, and then one for his room upstairs. So a godsend. And Guitardo says, yeah, but here's the Ethercon cable will do as well if you have a different length. No, Guitardo, does the Ethercon have that type of connector? Because if not, I mean, you could potentially use like a regular Ethernet cable, but if you don't have that particular jack on it, it can wiggle and it can break the pins. So I think I've heard this Ethercon connector before from people in the community, but I'm not 100% sure if that's what you're referring to. So if that's the case and it has the metal, type of XLR chassis or whatever you want to call it, so it keeps it in without moving the knob, would be fine. Steve Schumacher says, okay, Eric, I'm loving my Variax digital interface cable for my Shuriken. Okay, there you go, Guitardo. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll have to look those up to have for spares because it'll be nice to have a few spares in case one ever gets damaged or stepped on. Yeah, not Ethernet, Ethercon. Yeah, thank you. I've heard the difference for sure. So we can finally share these between Junior and I. We won't have to like, Dad, can I borrow your cable? Dad, can I borrow your cable? And again, it's a great problem to have because that means he's playing his guitar and he's playing a lot of it. So, and I'm looking at the wrong camera. Let's just go back. That's easier if I go to this one because I'm looking at the chat and the camera's here as well too. Let's double back, and we are at 6:50, which means I have 1 hour before I call Gary for a test, and then we're live at 9. I think we're going to have a really, really fun show. Just to mention as well too, if people are so very nice, Chad and Jason and all these great people that have been doing super chats and things like that too. If you want to support the show, there's other platforms down below as well too. Right immediately in the chat down below, or not in the chat, but in the description, we've got our PayPal as well too. You can donate through PayPal if you ever want to share your love and support the show. It's greatly appreciated. No, nothing is too little, trust me. And then there's also our Patreon and things like that as well too. Right down in the description, you can have a look, and it's ever so much appreciated. How is that guitar spelt? Ricky, that is Shuriken, Shuriken. Now, Shuriken makes guitars all on their own, and they also make them with Line 6 under the Variax family. And speaking of which, we're going to have Stevik McKay. He's from the Australian band 12 Foot Ninja and responsible for the Shuriken guitars. He's going to be on the show. Let's give you a few dates here just so you know, because if I don't say them, I'll forget them. So obviously tonight, Gary Hoey. Next Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have Alex Skolnick on the program, a Testament and a million other projects. He's on the show. Then a special Helix Hour on Saturday. Speaking of Stevik McKay, because of the Australian time zone, Helix Hour is going to be moving from Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern to Saturday night at 9 o'clock. So think of like a EVH show on Friday night. We're going to move the same show over to Saturday night at 9, and Stevik McKay is going to be on. It's going to be fantastic. And then I got to double check. Don't quote me on this one, but I believe the following Friday is sorry. It's a Helix Hour show. I forget what show I'm on sometimes. Which show is this? Comment in the chat. Tell me what show this is. On the Helix Hour, I've got Corey Churko coming on from Shania Twain's band, and he's got I think he plays in Toque as well, a Canadian band. A million projects on the go as well too with that guy. He's going to be on one of the next Helix Hours as well too. I just got to double check the schedule, but I will put that on the Facebook page, facebook.com/EVHCareTV, or facebook.com/The Helix Hour, or facebook.com/Kramer Corner, or facebook.com/Rocking Dead. One of those or all four of those pages will have that. Let me see here. Aljon says, great show. Got to run home. No problem. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, Aljon. I love you to death, buddy. Let me see here. I think I pretty much got everybody. I haven't missed anything. Stephen says, just checking in. Hello from Southern California. Sweet, warm tone there. Thank you. I appreciate that immensely. And Adam, if he's still here, if he's not here, one of the things I'm going to be talking about with Gary tonight, I'm going to surprise Gary with this. Gary probably already knows. I'm sure he does. He's a major Eddie Van Halen fan. We're going to talk about the Play It Loud exhibit over at the Metropolitan, whatever it is, the museum over in New York, where Adam had a big hand in, opening that thing, at least with the Eddie Van Halen exhibit, things like that. I'm going to ask Gary if he's actually seen anything about it yet, because with his tour, he's going to be in New York next month, and if he doesn't know anything about it, he's going to be in for a real treat when he gets to see that. It'd be if he has some time off while he's in New York to go check that out, it'd be awesome. I think I got everybody. I'm content that I think I did Bob A. and I missed Bob. R2R3. I think we got everybody. And we got the guitars from Nocturnal Butterfly. She's pasted the link. So, put the kids to bed, do whatever you got to do. Come on over tonight, spend some time with us. And if you've been watching the show before and you've been nervous about jumping into the chat, I'm telling you, you're in for a treat, because we have really, really good people in there. We've got a great moderator team from Nocturnal Butterfly all the way down to our friends that help participate and kind of moderate and keep control. But not that there's a lot needed. It's a very, very fun community. And sometimes people are nervous. They don't want to even say hi. Jump in and say hi. You'll make some new friends, and you can ask Gary Hoey a question if you want. All kinds of cool stuff. And I do think you'll have a fun time this evening. And as I've always said, and I haven't said this in a very long time, all I want to do with these shows is be the warm-up band for the weekend. I've been a warm-up band my entire life. I'm always opening for somebody. So I just want to warm up your weekend. And if we do it tonight with Gary Hoey, well, then I think we have a good chance of warming up your weekend with someone of that caliber. It's not about me. It's about what the guest brings to the table. And we warm up your weekend, and I've done my job here. All right. Quentin James, later, Rock and Roll Guitar Lounge. It says, hi. Mark Dark, hello. I'm tardy, no problem. We're just wrapping up. But you know what? This is just a pre-show for what's coming up at 9 o'clock Eastern. You definitely want to come back. I'm going to let you guys all go. And I thank you so much for your continued support. And if you're interested, there's a fun show that Nocturnal does, Nocturnal Butterfly. She's still in her chat. All you got to do, she's near the bottom there. Click on her name. Go to her profile and check out her channel. She's doing a lot of live streaming, and especially now with all these darn new rules that they're bringing out for people under 1,000 subscribers, you can't live stream on a mobile device, and that's one of the things that she and many people want to do. There's a couple people right now I want to just kind of mention their channels. So first and foremost, my beautiful better half, Nocturnal Butterfly. She does a live show Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Click on her name, check out her channel. It's fun. It's a lot more risque than my show. Off the cuff, and there's no rules kind of thing. It was quite funny today. Check that out. She would love the subscription, and only subscribe if you're really interested. I'm not just saying subscribe and take off, because that doesn't do you any value, and it doesn't do her any value either. But check it out. Also, check out Brian Cote. He may still be here in the chat. He is down in Vegas right now, and he has great content, and he's under the 1,000 threshold as well too. And any bit more we can send his way would be great. I know he would appreciate it, and he has not asked me to say this. He may not even want me to say it, but I'm just saying it because I believe in his content. And also Guitar Hack, if he's still here as well too. Jason Wade, I'm going to mention a few of these people because they're all going to be in that same boat. Click on their names. And I would not be wasting my time nor yours if I didn't believe in what I'm saying to you, and that goes to everything on the channel. What you hear me say is what I believe in. There's a lot I don't talk about, and there's a reason for that. But throw them some love. They'll appreciate it. I'll appreciate it, and the community will appreciate it, and we'll keep things going really, really nice here. Let me just see if Quentin James as well too. Quentin James is doing like covers and things like that as well too, and a lot of funny videos. Certainly wouldn't be a bad idea to click on him. You won't be able to see him because he has no lighting, but you'll hear him. He has a great voice, and he plays a mean guitar, and he has a cute little bird. And if I haven't missed, I'll say Will Dunham as well too. Will's doing some great things over in his YouTube channel. So this is kind of turning into a YouTube channel shout out, but hey, why not, right? Let me see here. I'm just going to go through the list here, and please don't be upset with me if I miss someone's name and I don't, shout you out. Chad Boston, I think, just celebrated 3,000 subscribers over on his channel. Go have a look. He does a lot of things with Helix and good things like that as well too. I'm just going to scroll back just a little bit more, and like I say, please don't. Poo Ninja has some stuff on his channel. Check him out. Let me see here. Matter of fact, I mean, this chat remains up. If I've missed anybody, if you're curious and you got some time over the weekend, just click on everybody's names, go off and look at their channels. And I'm not saying subscribe to everybody because I am not a sub for sub person. And please don't be one of those people, because sub for sub in the community is like a mold. And it will grow, and it'll grow, and it'll grow, and it'll grow. And eventually it's going to take over YouTube with 1 million people subscribing to 1 million people, no one watching the other person. So subscribe to stuff that you believe in and you want to be entertained by. Because at the end of the day, you're going to get 9 million notifications. Who are you going to watch, right? So subscribe to the people that you will, enjoy. And there's, I'm going back to the chat, and of course we see Futon again as well too. He does great product demos from his own brand. Check him out as well too. He's always all kinds of helpful tips. If you can't figure out how to pop on a D-tuna, after reading the manual, you go watch it, probably about 3 different versions of over time of videos of how to do it. So all kinds of good stuff. I can't see if I'm missing anything else. And again, if I am, I apologize sincerely. So let's stop apologizing. Let's celebrate. Let's have a good Friday evening and a kick-ass weekend. Keep it all positive, and I will see you in 2 hours, ready to rock with Gary Hoey. All right, see you soon. Cheers.
Hey, you're still here? Eric Jr. here, reminding you to check out our full lineup of quality merch. Available right now in the Broadstash Boutique. Quality products and fast shipping. Visit broadstash.com today.
I am now on Patreon. If you enjoy my content and wish to support my channel and what I do, then please check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/EVHGearTV. Your support assures the continued growth of this channel and a fun community in which to share our love for Van Halen, music gear, and much more.
My name is Eric and I've been looking guitar.
Video production services provided by Design39 Media. Visit design39media.com for all your website, photography, and video production needs. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones, and official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com.